The police apprehended 2 suspects, claiming they were wanted criminals disguised as women, but the chief was skeptical and demanded proof. The next moment, even the officers themselves were stunned, unable to believe that modern cosmetic technology could achieve such a convincing transformation. He then proceeded with further tests, only to find their reaction seemed natural, making it look like they had the wrong people. Actually, it wasn't a mistake at all, there really were 2 men posing as sisters. This whole thing started 3 days earlier when the police received intel that someone was planning to abduct a pair of sisters, so they dispatched 2 agents to protect them. The 2 came up with an idea: why not dress up as the sisters themselves to draw out the suspects? They could pull this off because a professional team provided on-site services, arriving in less than half an hour. They photographed the agents' faces, used computer technology to compare them with the sisters' features, created incredibly realistic prosthetic masks, applied lighter skin tone makeup, added blonde wigs, and just like that, transformed them into convincing lookalikes of the sisters. This look immediately attracted a lot of attention. They'd barely shaken off one group of guys hitting on them when another batch showed up, relentlessly persistent. As soon as they walked into the lobby, they ran into the Wilton sisters' close friends, who immediately sensed something was off. The Wilton sisters were still figuring out how to explain when the friends themselves suggested, "Did you just get some work done?" And just like that, they got away with it and followed along to the party. At the party, Jamie noticed Kevin was different from the others and immediately walked over to chat. Kevin clearly declined and turned to leave, but Jamie kept following persistently. Later, at a charity auction during the social event, the Wilton sisters' rival Annie launched a bidding item for dinner with the sisters, targeting Kevin specifically, and even conspired with acquaintances to drive up the price to embarrass him. But she hadn't anticipated that Jamie had been waiting for exactly this opportunity. He immediately jumped into the bidding and won. On the date, Kevin lifted his foot at the dinner table and started chewing his toes right in front of Jamie, even spitting into his drink. Even so, Jamie ordered himself some oysters to set the mood. Seeing that none of these tactics were working, Kevin prepared to use his final strategy. A few days later, the Wilton sisters went to a bar with their girl squad, and Jamie was still trailing behind. Annie and her friends were dancing in the club, their exaggerated moves earning applause, but when they left, the Wilton sisters took the floor and stole the spotlight back. When they returned to their seats, they found Jamie had disappeared, leaving only his associate muttering something under his breath. The next morning, Jamie woke up with complete satisfaction, feeling like he'd experienced something incredible. His poor associate, having suffered such a traumatic shock, ended up confined to a wheelchair afterward.